Welcome back to the final episode in the Canton Condors era of the Rejects Rise franchise here. It's the final season game. Going to be going up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I'm using the third alternate uniform for the Condors here because I actually wanted to use that in the playoffs. We're never going to get that chance, so it's going to be used now, and I gave the Buccaneers their, what is it, the home option or the away option, something like that, all white, and I gave them the classic helmet just to make them an all white team. I actually think that old logo is pretty fun, but not as slick as the Buccaneers flag one. Now, what do I want to achieve? I want to just send this team off at a regular season on a high. That's what I really want to do. The thing is, we have had a few, how do I put this, hiccups in the season, and probably, and I'm just a little bit bummed by that. I didn't do the quality of the team justice. I think we could have gotten way more out of this season right there if I had played it just a little bit more clever in a few games and not just thrown the games away at the beginning of the season as well. Going down, being 4-1 or 1-4 very quickly is not exactly ideal. And I don't know, I just stuck with Gino way too long. Even if he's not bad, but I think I should have done better. The team that we're going up against today. Now, the Bucks, they are 7-9 currently, but get that ball out. Ooh, and he actually catches it. Now that is awesome. Well done. Thanks for the save, Keenan. 4th and 2. But Keon White with a lot of pressure there. Now, it's the final game. Probably I would have gone for a run play on 4th and 2, but I really don't want to mess that up too much. I just didn't play very, I don't know, not exactly strategically, but just, I didn't play clever. I was all out, I was too aggressive, I just messed up a lot of opportunities, and I didn't really acknowledge what the team was capable of. And that is something that I'm just ruining right now. Really a lot. It's not a bad one. It's not a bad team. And I don't know. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. Last words of a fool. I'm gonna go Derrick Henry. Let's go. Can we go around everybody? Yes, actually some speed left in the old man. There we go. Pushed out of bounds. What are the strengths of this team? I would say we've got a pretty solid ground game. We've got pretty solid runners in terms of short plays. That, of course, is something that we, again, should have utilized more. Some defenses that we were up against just didn't give us any chance, so that of course also plays in there. But yeah, it is what it is. The Buccaneers have an interesting squad. They've got veteran players in there. A quarterback that I'm eyeing would be Baker Mayfield. I would love to have him as my quarterback next season, to at least have some resemblance of a quality quarterback. Which is massively important. And here goes Derrick Henry. Stopped at the 1 yard line. And I feel like we are not doing too badly against this team here. Let's go halfback dive. Let's just try and plow it in. I mean, it's Vita Vea waiting for us there. But on the other hand side, it is 1 yard. So even Joe Mixon should be able to do that. Another player that I did stick with for too long. I probably should have gone with Derrick Henry way sooner, simply due to the sheer power that he brings. I was focused on speed and all that too much. That's a mistake I will not be repeating next season. Now, what would the team look like next season? I have no clue. Zero clue. Which is the fun part. But it'll also mean that we're going to be saying goodbye to a few players here that I would really enjoy seeing again. Namely Travis Kelce, to be fair. He's just really good, even if he's regressed quite a bit. He's in his 70s now. And probably could have gotten more from him if I would have utilized him better. Just, you know, sometimes you have to understand what the capabilities are of individual players. And Cooper Kupp is just one of those players. Cooper Kupp is really, really good. Even if his overall, he's 72 rated, I think. Keenan Allen and Mike Evans are maybe a little bit more physical. And that's where their higher stat line comes from. Just look at that. Look at what we're producing. Again, I feel like we... Yeah, I'm a little bit disappointed. What do you think? What would have been a realistic ceiling for this team? Playoffs? I think hell yeah. I think that was even my season goal. I also didn't really use the mobility. Joshua Dobbs is just a little bit more mobile compared to Geno, meaning he can move out of the pocket and all that and still be quite productive. I'm gonna try this here. Let's try screen. There you go. Just straight into the thick of it. Sometimes the screens work that way. First and goal at the 2. And I mean, this is pretty self-explanatory now, right? Gonna try to let the clock run down as much as I can. And just get a score. Stopped again at the 1. Alright. Fate stops. And then the rundown is so fast. It's insane at times. So here we go. Looking for Keenan Allen. Maybe Evans. Oh lordy. That was even almost a pick. When you gotta go fast, it is sometimes quite hard to pull that off if you don't have the players that are able to make those catches so quickly. Do I have... Yes, we're gonna go with this. Gonna try and hit a stick here. 4 seconds on the clock. That's just gonna be the snap and the pass to Kelce, and that's a pick. That's a pick in the end zone. Oh, for crying out loud. For crying out loud. Some plays that I probably would have pulled off with other teams or other players don't really work out that way. That's also another lesson that I had to learn. And to be fair, I think it would have been better to just go for a field goal, get those points. That is the mindset that you have to get in when you're doing a challenge like this. I don't know. I feel like I did better in previous seasons with lesser player material. I think it's just that some of these names got to my head and I was like, dude, we're gonna win this. But I seem to have forgotten that it's that it's the rejects, and these players have regressed pretty hard and are a lot different from what they used to be. I mean, some of them, not all of them. Joshua Dobbs hardly ever is like a real superstar. I'm not dunking on him here. It's just he's a backup quarterback at the best of times. Here we go, Cooper Kupp. Quick slant. Quick move. Branch return. We're going to be using up the time as much as we can. And I hope that doesn't come back to bite us later on. Get these 4 to 5 yarders consistently is worth a lot. Tight end drive. Gonna go. Josh Reynolds has been on the field not a lot actually. Here we go. These types of plays, these are the ones that we... Oh shit, Travis Kelce with an injury. These types of plays are the ones that we have to go for. These are the ones that we can capitalize on, you know. Let me get 3 to 4 yards, that's alright. No injuries, clock will run down. We're just gonna let that happen. Kaboom, and we're in the 4th quarter. Now we've got 5 minutes to waste here, basically. Whilst also, I think the target just has to be to score a touchdown. I mean, obviously. Why? Well, to just make sure that we have as much points as we can on the board. Cooper Kupp. And there we go. That's an injury for Havenstein. That's not great. Abdominal tear, so Kelce is out for the remainder of the game. Sucks, man. In the final season game. I do hope he doesn't retire. I'm going to bring him back next season if he sticks around. I love Josh Reynolds as a tight end. Not as a wide receiver. As a tight end, he's really, really awesome. Alright, no replays. Smash return time. Keenan Allen. Gonna be looking for you, my man. Look at that. Oh my lord. He was all open and that was a rush throw. Number 0. McGlinchey, here we go. You're up. Inside zone, right to left. We're going to try and run it in, but they are stacking the box, man. Double slants. Let's look for Cooper Kupp. There we go. Nice. Now Coop scores. Second touchdown of the game for the Condors. His first one. I think it's the physical stats go down very fast, and then it's the skill stats that don't seem to regress as hard, which means that some of these players that were good catches before are going to be very valuable still, and players that were more relying on their physical skills might be less valuable. I don't think Coop would have been a very good wide receiver number 1, but I think he would have been an amazing wide receiver to just use more. Allen, Mike Evans. I like what they're bringing. I like what they're bringing right now. So here we go. Let's get some nice yardage and just get out of bounds. Nope. We have to call a timeout. 25 seconds. Let's get into field goal range, guys. This is not rocket science now. You can see the red line. That's where we need to get. Josh Reynolds. Gonna be looking for you. Oh, I can actually get much further. That was very nice. We're gonna call the timeout now. I'm going to go for one more run and then use that final timeout to just stop the clock, take that field goal, take the final season win. There we go. King Henry. And there we are. Clock goes down. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to call it at the 1. There we go. We're at the 2-second mark. It's a little bit of a no-brainer. Come on. Oh, icing us, are we? Sean McVay, you sly bastard. He saved that one, of course. Oh, it's actually should be good. Yeah, there we go. Kaboom. 17-14. We're gonna make it 7 and 10 for both teams now. And that was the final season game. Gonna let the credits roll a little bit longer. Maybe now not cut these off. Brandon Aubrey with the final score. The two coaches shaking hands. Yeah, well, what could have been, right? It was a good season in terms of it wasn't horrible, but when you look at the potential that was there, I think we could have gotten way more out of this than we did, and that is what's just making it disappointing for me. Alright guys, this is it. The final episode of the Canton Condors era in the Rejects Rise franchise is over. Yeah, well, looking back at the season, I was talking about it a lot during the games anyways, but was that really the ceiling for this team? I really don't think so, especially looking at some of the players that we did have. Just a very solid group all over. I really felt pretty positive about this when we started into the season. Again, I should have let go of Gino earlier, just stuck with Joshua Dobbs, who in the end really repaid that faith tenfold. He was just way better. The defense was solid overall, really helped us out in a few games immensely. Wasn't a standout defense, standout players in here. In terms of the names, certainly. In terms of the overalls, very mediocre. But yeah, that's just the way it goes. I enjoyed it a lot, to be fair, having all of these dudes on the team. And I'm really excited to see who's going to be on the team next season. We're going to be saying goodbye to these faces here because I just expect a lot of them to be retiring in the off-season. That's what we're going to be covering in the next episode, rebuilding this team from the ground up, trying to prepare a team that's just going to be more competitive. And with that said, guys, I'm just going to say thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, consider subscribing, drop a like, would mean the world to me. You are the guys. This is special. This is awesome for me. So thanks for that. Stay awesome, stay safe, stay healthy, and I hope to see you again next time.